I love being a young baby. Pink, 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 pink. Jules Bedazzle. Walking with my cute little young waist. Looking like, oh, these want to taste. Like, I literally love being a young.
What is her father can't have Instagram. I just, if I grow up, when I grow old, and one of my baby girls, my baby dolls, my daughters, grows up to identify herself as a young hoe, I failed. I failed somewhere. Her father can't have it. He's on Facebook. He's on Facebook.
You keep acting like that job that you hate is going to be your salvation. Like you can pass it down to your kids. Like when you pass away from this world, your child is going to be able to inherit that job and make money for them. I'm giving you a chance and opportunity to make $20,000 or more a month, and I'm only charging you $20 for the sauce. So you can keep on working that job you hate. You can keep on hoping and praying that something magical is going to happen to your life, and you can keep on living average while the rest of us gonna ball. Because if you won't set yourself up to be your own boss, to be your own business, will prepare your children to work for mine. DM # content if you want to make $10,000 or more a month with social media. And it's something that you can pass down to your kids. And you can actually have your kids do it. Because me and my kid, we did this month. What are you doing at that job? Keep bullshit. DM # content, I'm going to send you the link. Oh, bro, get them kids ready. Because my kids, they're going to need some hard workers.
400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800.
I think a lot of men are looking at, because modern women say, I want a provider. And a man is saying, if being a provider comes with no respect, you're not loyal, you don't show any appreciation, what would I want it for? Why is that going to make me happy? Why is that going to be something that I want to be involved in? That's what a lot of men are going to say. That's what a lot of men are saying right now. If I'm a provider to you and I give you all of these things and I get nothing in return, why am I here?
You're a creep if you approach the girls. Look, I get it. There is so much stuff on social media nowadays of all these girls saying, don't approach us. We don't want you to come talk to us. Oh my gosh, get away. You're a creep. No, only come approach us if you do this one thing. I understand, but I speak for real women. Women who are high value women in their feminine energy are the real women who are really wanting to grow and soften in their feminine energy. There are so many incredible women out there, but they're not the girls that are sitting on social media calling you men creeps. When you live your life thinking that if you approach a woman and she's going to call you a creep, that's when you're going to attract that into your life. You have to open your mindset and understand there are so many wonderful women all around you. Now, discernment plays a huge part in this, but discernment is something that you build. Is she giving you eye contact? Has she smiled back at you? You've got to take action. You have to start smiling and waving, seeing if she is receptive towards that. If you smile and wave at a woman and she looks at you like, that means she's not a real woman that wants to talk to you. But it's all about how you truly feel about yourself. If you think that you are going to be trashed on by other girls, then yes, you are going to have that experience. Real women want to be approached. They are looking for great men out there, and it's not about his physical appearance. It's not about how much money he has in the bank, and it's not about how tall he is. It's about who he is at the core, and is he a respectful man that matches her energy and makes her feel emotionally safe.
And I think what a lot of men are getting away from, and the reason that they're opting out of dating is because modern women continue to ask men to take all of the risk. Oh, just do this, do that. I'm good for it, right? I'm a good looking woman, da da da. But men aren't getting any reward for it. There's no reciprocation. It's like I'm putting in not just money, I'm putting in a lot of money. So what do I get as a return on my investment?
Fellas! fellas, what y'all doing? It is working. So I am in Chipotle today, overhearing a girl's conversation where she is whining on the phone, talking about she is 38 years old, never been married, got 2 kids, and the guy she's dating right now is not interested in marrying her. The first time in a long time, women are starting to realize getting married and starting a family is not guaranteed anymore. Y'all are choosing yourselves and peace, and women are feeling it. Women are starting to worry if they will ever get married, and if they don't already have kids, if they will have children. There's a reason, because y'all are tired. Tired of modern dating, tired of emotional games, tired of feeling unappreciated, and tired of relationships that are one-sided. Instead of rushing into relationships, y'all are slowing down and observing how these women are first. Pretty privilege is over. Y'all are no longer dating based on how a woman looks and how you're attracted to her. Now y'all are asking yourselves, can she bring me peace? Can she support my dream? Can I trust her long term? And does she actually value me? Because you all are realizing one of the biggest decisions you can ever make is a relationship, and then it going to the highest level of marriage. And when y'all choose wrong, it destroys everything financially, mentally, emotionally. For years, women have believed that men need women more than women need men. But now men are getting so comfortable with being alone and focused on their work, their purpose, and peace. And finally, women are realizing that men have always controlled marriage and building a family. And now you all are becoming more selective.
Modern women don't really seem to understand that. They think that, oh, you know, I'm high value in terms of, you know, I look good. And so there's going to be a lot of men that want me. Maybe so. But, you know, after you get done with all of the validation and attention, the market is going to give you feedback, which is what it's always been doing. You just haven't been paying attention to it. And you essentially are going to find out, I've been doing all this playing around. I've been doing all this running around, messing around with these different guys and getting dinners paid for. But, you know, now I'm really ready to settle down. And you're going to find out that a lot of men have moved on to other things.
It's getting weird. Part of infinity.
I wish that I could stay here for life. I wish that I could stay here. Hey, look at the sky. Shining bright tonight. I wish that I could stay here for life.
This nigga's a piece, y'all. That's a piece. Which makes me wonder, right? Which brings up a theory. Because my gut is, something's in my gut is like bubbling. Might have been that pasta I ate earlier. Normally, when my gut bubbles like this, it means something's a little bit off. It's not what it seems. Something's not what it seems. Because he's not moving like a that cheated. He's moving like a that was cheated on. I'm just saying. Just hear me out for a second. I'm just saying. He moving real peaceful. I've never seen a man cheat on his wife and move like this. Unless he just doesn't give a But something's, you know what I'm saying? There's more to this story. And I don't give a mind you. It's just I keep seeing these on Instagram. I've never seen them on Instagram as much as I've seen them now. Instagram will show me his video, then her video, then his video, then her video. I'm like, Instagram just messy. Anyways, do y'all think this is the relationship content like this? Cause you know what's funny? Last year, I told my wife, I was like, hey babe, we should make some content together, da. Not anymore. Fuck that. It's a fucking prerequisite to divorce. My wife will make a cameo from time to time. That's about it. Anyways, take my ass to bed. Psych. I'm not in trouble. I'm going upstairs.
And what a lot of men are starting to realize is that the wedding, a lot of times, is about the woman. It's about what she wants. It's about her feelings. But when you you get divorced, divorce is about paperwork. It's about, hey, this is what you owe me. This is what you're going to give me. And really, that's what the relationship has been like for a lot of men. Well, I just feel like this, and I just want this, and men have to go along with your feelings and provide the tangible, the reality, the real stuff. So you talk about your feelings, and a man has to cater to those feelings. And he said, man, I'm tired of doing that. I don't want to do that no more. Men are opting out of that type of stuff, man.
I'm standing on the train and look at all these men. What happened to giving up your seat for women? No, man.
I feel like a hard thing for a lot of people to swallow is that chivalry is rooted in misogyny, okay? Just objectively. Anytime something like this comes up, I want you to ask yourself, okay, so men should do XYZ for women because, in this instance, men should give up their seats for women because are women's legs not as strong? Do women get tired more easily? What's going on here? Another hard pill to swallow is if we genuinely want a lot of men to view women as equals, this is going to be the status quo. And I told you guys after the election, I'll bring this up every time it comes up. You wanted men to elect a woman to be president, but somehow women can't even stand up on public transportation. But of course, women can do both of those things, all right? But the problem is, since chivalry has been such an established thing, has been established as like being like a gentleman, blah, 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 and it seems like a nice thing, it's seen as rude to not abide by these norms. But the thing is, if you break down the norms as to what they are, it is not very kind towards women. Again, like if you ask yourself, why am I doing this? It's not a very good reason. Like, oh, why am I opening a door for this woman? You know, because women shouldn't open doors? Is it because their arms aren't as strong? Oh, I'm paying for this woman's food because she can't pay it. She can't. Obviously, there's exceptions to this. Like if a woman's getting in front of you, like stepping in, like that's just human decency. Because if you're seeing anybody get like, you know, beat up or something, like it's probably a better idea to step in. But you understand the general vibe of what I'm saying. Every single gentlemanly act that you can do for a woman is saying that that woman is inept at doing that act. Some people are like, oh, but you know, it's just a kind gesture, blah, blah, blah. If you wouldn't do the same gesture for a man, it's not just a kind gesture, it's misogyny, okay?
A lot of these women, they're wanting a man to ignore. Straight up, I want this man to ignore any type of risk. Whatever red flag he sees, I want him to ignore that. Right? If he points out something to me that's a terrible behavior, I want him to ignore that. I don't want him to tell me, hey, this is what you're doing wrong, or this is what I see, because that's when my feelings get hurt. That's when the truth becomes uncomfortable. You're telling me things that, you know, hey, I'm you know that you seem like a nice woman, but these are the things that you got to fix. And I'm sorry, but you know, until you fix those things, I don't know if we can be together.
The word accountability gets used so much online, especially as it pertains to women. But one of the reasons why women specifically have a hard time wrapping their head around the idea of accountability is because women believe that if they don't do nothing, then it wasn't their fault. If I didn't do anything, then how is it my fault? They don't understand that accountability lies in what you do and what you don't do. You're always making a decision. They don't understand that part. They believe that if this person does this to me, they are accountable for that. And that is true. That's partially true. But the other half of that is, if you do nothing about the mistreatment that you receive at their hands, that is of your doing as well. And that's the lack of accountability. That's why some of the girls, the accountability thing, it really doesn't resonate with them, because they want to passively go through life. Like they just want to be able to absolve themselves while finger wagging everybody else. That this is what they do to everybody else. And because they let it happen, they get to do this. Like, I didn't do anything. I was just being a deer in headlights. And, you know, but it truly does not work that way. Doing nothing is also a decision. When you are aware of something and you do nothing about it, you are also making a decision. And that is true accountability. Accountability lies in what you decide to do and what you decide to not do. There's always a decision being made.
What a lot of modern women don't seem to understand is that respect isn't an extra feature in a relationship. It's not really optional. They think, you know, well, I can just do whatever I want. A man has to love me, but I don't really have to respect him. That's not usually how it works. I don't know who told you that or what guru told you. Whoever told you that, they're an idiot. They're an idiot. If you want that man to love you, you have to respect him. Period. End of story. Right? It's the foundation of a relationship, at least as far as a man is concerned. And if you don't do that, your relationship is probably not going to last. It's probably not going to continue. And then you're going to be sitting up here asking why men don't pursue, why they don't beg, why they don't yearn. Because you don't respect them.
Unless your husband's making 6 to 7 figures, I don't think you should even consider being a stay-at-home wife. And here's why. I recently made a post about being a stay-at-home wife is one of the most treacherous and dangerous positions a woman can put herself into. And I got some comments like, well, isn't the estate 50-50 in Texas? Isn't it all marital property? Let me show you. I think we can all agree on this. That husband is working his job, doing the career ladder, going up, up, up. Because he has a wife at home that's able to care for the children. He doesn't have to take sick days. He doesn't have to call in from work. He can really focus on his career. Wife kind of stagnates. She's doing the at-home stuff. And there's a lot of value to that. And it's surprising to me how many men don't understand the value of labor. The fact that you don't have to stay home when a child's sick. The wife's running all the errands. A lot of times the wife is contributing to that husband's business. And so you're like, well, aren't wives safe because, especially in Texas, everything's community property? Well, this is why I say, unless your husband is a stud and making good money, I wouldn't even consider it. So let me show you the numbers and the breakdown. Let's say your husband is just an average Joe. He has every tool in his arsenal to be making more, doing more, and all of that. But let's just say he just ain't that dude. He, is making $70,000 and retires making $80,000 or $85,000. I'm sorry, if you have a stay-at-home wife, your job is to excel in business and be making more, and that would be complete letdown to me if I was a stay-at-home wife and my dude just ended up being average.
A lot of modern women, they go out and do a lot of stuff, and then when a man sits back and is like, hey, I don't know if I'm messing with that. A lot of women say, oh, he's judging me, why is he saying that? Men are insecure, they're intimidated. I mean, not really. It's just a man protecting himself. A man saying, oh, I don't know if I want to go down that way. It's funny because when a man, there was a woman that she was riding the car. They were going to a date. And I guess the man did something that she didn't like. And she was like, oh, I don't think we can continue this date. Please take me home now. And the man didn't go off. He didn't get mad or upset. He just said, okay, well, let's get you home. He took the woman home. He's like, hey, I would like to know if it would be okay if I might be able to, basically start over and, maybe start off on a fresh canvas, start off on a different foot if I can. Is very respectful, right? But because she felt unsafe, oh no, I don't think so. But when a man feels unsafe or unsure about something, then all of a sudden, misogynistic, that's the patriarchy.
Unless your husband's making 6 to 7 figures, I don't think you should even consider being a stay-at-home wife. And here's why. I recently made a post about being a stay-at-home wife is one of the most treacherous and dangerous positions a woman can put herself into. And I got some comments like, well, isn't the estate 50-50 in Texas? Isn't it all marital property? Let me show you. I think we can all agree on this. That husband is working his job, doing the career ladder, going up, up, up. Because he has a wife at home that's able to care for the children. He doesn't have to take sick days. He doesn't have to call in from work. He can really focus on his career. Wife kind of stagnates. She's doing the at-home stuff. And there's a lot of value to that. And it's surprising to me how many men don't understand the value of labor. The fact that you don't have to stay home when a child's sick. The wife's running all the errands. A lot of times the wife is contributing to that husband's business. And so you're like, well, aren't wives safe because, especially in Texas, everything's community property? Well, this is why I say, unless your husband is a stud and making good money, I wouldn't even consider it. So let me show you the numbers and the breakdown. Let's say your husband is just an average Joe. He has every tool in his arsenal to be making more, doing more, and all of that. But let's just say he just ain't that dude. He, is making $70,000 and retires making $80,000 or $85,000. I'm sorry, if you have a stay-at-home wife, your job is to excel in business and be making more, and That would be complete letdown to me if I was a stay-at-home wife and like my dude just ended up being average.
Men are most attracted to two things, and almost nobody talks about this clearly. It is not just looks, not just personality, and definitely not just how much you do for him. The first one is simple. Someone who believes in him without constantly trying to change him. Because deep down, many men are more insecure than they will ever openly admit. When he feels like he is never enough, attraction slowly turns into pressure over time. But when someone believes in him, he starts becoming more of who he already wants to be. Support does not mean fixing him. It means trusting his growth without controlling every step. Now, the second one is what really keeps him emotionally connected long term. It is peace, not silence, but a feeling that being with you does not drain him. Not constant tension, not pressure, not emotional chaos every time something small happens. Just a space where he can breathe, think clearly, and feel accepted without always performing. Studies show men often stay where they feel calm, not where they feel constantly tested. That is why he may leave someone he loves, but stay with someone who feels peaceful. Because attraction is not just excitement, it is also how safe he feels being himself. When he has both belief and peace, he does not look for anything outside anymore. Because for him, that combination is rare, and it feels like home in a relationship.
And you know, I think there was a guy, and he was issuing a stark warning to all of the men that, you know, if you think that you want to get married, he said, man, it used to be that I would say, okay, be careful. But now I'm telling them, don't even do it. And that's where a lot of men are nowadays. And they've been driven there by modern women who, like I was talking about a minute ago, they have no respect. They don't care about the man. You only use the man for certain benefits, but you never tap into who he is as a person. You don't even care to tap into who he is as a person, because that's not what you're there for. I'm only here for the money. I'm only here for the good times. And once the good times are over, in my opinion, then I'm leaving. Oh, and by the way, I'm taking half of everything, at least. And I say at least because a lot of times these modern women like to take more. Anything and everything that they can take, you know, as they like to say sometimes, anything that isn't nailed down, they like to take that out of spite. That's what modern women are doing to men in relationships and in marriage. And now in some states where you have common law, they're saying don't even get into a relationship with women there. Because even at that point in time, they try to say, oh, we're married common law, and try to take his assets that way. It's a crazy, crazy world.